Okay, here we are. Okay, Dave, that pentatonic major I sent you. Okay, like I said, the whole thing consists of the first, second, third, fifth, and sixth notes of the major scale. In other words, if you're in the key of C, it would be C, D, E, G, and A. Okay, the bend we use if we're in the key of C is that we're bending to the third note of the scale from the second note of the scale. So we would be bending a D where it sounds like an E. Okay, but for this demonstration, we're going to be in the key of E, which means we'll be bending to the third note of the E major scale from the second note. So we're going to bend from an F sharp to a G sharp, from the second to the third. Okay, the run. If you remember, we start on the 5th string, 2nd fret, here. It's a B note. It's the 5th note of the E major scale. You're in water. So we're on the 2nd string from the top. We'll call it the 5th string because everybody counts from the bottom up. Okay, so we're on the 5th string, 2nd fret. We're on the A string, 2nd fret, which means it's a B note. So, okay, I said that's your first note and hammer to the 4th fret, which would mean we're hammering from a B to a C sharp. That's B, the 3rd fret's C, the 4th fret is C sharp. There's not a black note between the B and the C, we know. So, okay. Then I said, do the same thing on the D string. So, okay. And I said, do the same thing on the D string, and then slide up to the 6th fret on the D string when you do that with that ring finger. So, okay. Get it where you... Okay. And so... And we're here in this position. We keep that position. We go over to the D string with our index finger, the G string, excuse me, and play the 4th fret. So we've got, okay. There's your B note, 4th fret of your G string. Then hammer to your 6th fret. Okay, 2nd string, your B string, stay in that position, hit it with your middle finger. You can give it a little vibrato there. Learn it forward and backward. So here we go, back up to that. Okay, I said your next note is the 9th fret of that B string. But we're not gonna That's the note we want, but we want the 7th fret to sound like the 9th fret. So we're going to bend it so it's 2 frets higher. So here we are on the B string 7th fret. We're going to try to make it sound like that. So we're going to bend it. Use 2 or 3 fingers to bend it. You need a lot of strength to make that bend. So, okay. We want to bend it and hit the E string with our pinky without bending the E string, and play those together. So use like 3 fingers, 2 or 3 fingers to bend that B. It can be tough. Some artists tune down a half step or a whole step to make the strings bend a little easier. A lot of blues artists do that, but we're going to stay in standard tuning. Okay, here we go from the bottom. Then we can come out of that bend. So kind of keep bending it and keep hitting that E unbent. E string. It'll be, that's a B note on there, on that E string. So we're playing that bent is a B, A, G, B, A. We're bending, that's a G sharp we're bending to. So we're playing a G sharp with a B, which is an E chord is an E, G sharp, and a B. So we're playing 2 notes of the E chord, and all of this goes with an E chord. Okay, I just kind of went backward there a little bit. Here's something else we can do. As we bend it, we don't... Okay, there we are hitting that B note. We can also hit the G sharp note here with it at the 4th fret. It's sort of a stretch, but after you do it some, you'll get it. So listen. Hear how when they get close together, you get that kind of scream. There they are exactly. You can hear them when they get close, they scream, and when they're together, they don't. So I'm going to, here we go. Forward and backward. I used a little chromatic there. So have somebody play you an E chord, or record it and play it back, and then might want to start slow. Okay. Your lead that you're going to get out of this are the bits and pieces of it. You can play the whole thing. Or right here, I call this my triplet when I get to this point. And of course my bend. so I can kind of go between the triplet and the bend. And remember, you can use the bend with that G sharp note there. You can use it with that note or with that. So when that note, remember that was a C, that's a B. So the bend in this is always to the third note of the major scale. So we're in E, so that bend is going to be from an F sharp to a G sharp. So there's a G sharp and a B. And here's a G sharp and a G sharp. You can hear that's the same. I'm playing the bent B with the unbent E note string at the 4th fret. Here when they get out, you kind of get that scream, that gives you that bluesy sound. Okay, if I want to play, somebody's playing a G chord. Okay, so instead of starting here, I just think in my mind, if I want to play that with a G chord, and right there I'm playing it with an A, if I start there, if I start, okay, there, if I start here, I'm playing it with an E. Okay, there's not a black note between an E and an F, so if I go up one, that pattern would fit with an F chord. Fits with the F. Okay, F sharp, G. If I started on the 5th fret of the B string, it's going to fit with a G chord. So I'm bending the 10th fret B, unbent 10th fret on the E string. And I can also use that unbent E at the 7th fret with the bent B string at the 10th fret. So that goes with the G. Move it up 2, it goes with your A. If I start it, okay, being I start my E here, at my 2nd, okay, the 14th fret is the same thing. I've just moved it up a full octave. So starting on my 14th fret here, I get so you can move it up a full octave and get those high register sounds. Okay, that is the lesson about the major pentatonic. And I'm going to stop it there because I'm at 15 minutes and that's my limit.